Men of Sparta, warriors who carry the weight of our city on their shoulders and glory in their hearts. Today, we stand on the brink of yet another battle, and this is no ordinary battle. It is one that will test not only the strength of our arms, but the resilience of our spirits. Before our swords meet those of the enemy, before blood is spilled on the field, there is something more powerful that must be sharpened: our words. Today, I will speak about the importance of words and how they can lead us to victory, even in the face of adversity. Warriors, think of the power that resides in a single word. Before we even raise our swords or shields, before we take our first step toward the enemy, it is words that shape our resolve. A word spoken at the right time can transform fear into courage, doubt into certainty, and despair into hope. Just as we sharpen our blades, we must sharpen our tongues so that what we say to each other is a source of strength, not weakness. Do not allow words of discouragement or uncertainty to infiltrate our army. Let us be the bearers of the light that illuminates the path to victory. Every word of encouragement that you give to the man next to you is a stone that strengthens the wall of our resistance. You have seen with your own eyes the impact that words can have on a man. How many times has a soldier been almost defeated inside until someone reached out to him with words of encouragement, and he rose as if Ares himself had given him new life? When we are in battle, surrounded by smoke and the deafening sound of war cries, it is easy to feel the shadow of fear trying to envelop us. But here, warriors, is where positive words become more necessary than ever. A commander who shouts forward can move an entire troop to rise against the impossible. A comrade who says, "I am with you," can be the difference between a man who falls and a man who continues to fight. Words are a flame that can ignite an extinguished spirit. When all seems lost, it is a simple word that can rekindle hope. Many believe that the success of an army lies solely in brute force, skill with weapons, or strategy. All of these are important, yes, but true power lies in the mind, and the mind is moved by what we hear and believe. You, my warriors, must remember that a word of encouragement can be as sharp as any blade. When your brother beside you is weary, when his shoulders are heavy, when the fight seems endless, be the voice that keeps him standing. Tell him, "Sparta is with you, I am with you, and together we will not fall." All men, no matter how brave, will at some point feel the weight of fear. Fear is natural. It whispers in our ears in moments of uncertainty, but it is the positive word, the firm word, that becomes our shield against these treacherous whispers. When fear tries to infiltrate your minds, remember the words you have heard since you were young. Spartans do not retreat. Spartans know no defeat. These words are not just cliches. They are engraved in our souls and serve as the compass that guides our hearts. When fear approaches, remember who you are. Remember that you are fighting alongside your brothers, men who have been trained for this, men who, like you, know the importance of a courageous word. When the chaos of battle tries to shake our formation, it will be the positive word, the uplifting word, that will keep each of us steadfast. And it is not just what I, as your commander, say. What each of you says to your brother next to you can be the difference between life and death. A word of encouragement can lift a warrior's spirits more than any order from me. Remember, my brothers, that Sparta is not made up of individuals. Sparta is made up of a unity, one body, one soul. And this unity is strengthened by what we say to each other. The word of a Spartan must not be broken, must not be corrupted. The word is sacred, both in times of peace and in times of war. When you encourage your comrades, when you speak of glory and victory, you are not only fueling individual courage, you are strengthening the chain that unites us. Each of us depends on the other, and it is through words that this connection remains unbreakable. You are not fighting alone. You never have been and never will be. The positive word is the constant reminder that we are part of something greater than ourselves. When your comrades hear your voice echoing across the battlefield, let it be a cry of strength, a cry that reminds them of why we fight. We fight not only for our own glory, but for the glory of all. We fight for Sparta. And as long as we stand together, as long as our words are of encouragement and not of fear, we will be invincible. If there is one thing the enemy wants, it is silence. They want to see us isolated. They want each man to feel that he is alone in the battle, because silence weakens. Silence allows fear to grow. Silence allows doubt to take hold. But we will not allow that. Where there is silence, we will speak. Where there is doubt, we will proclaim our certainty. Do not allow the enemy to infiltrate your minds with silence. Each of us has a duty to speak, to encourage, to lift the morale of our army. Be the voice that rings through the confusion of battle. Be the word of hope that breaks the deadly silence. Today we fight not only for victory, but for the honor of keeping our word. You know that in Sparta, a given word is worth more than any wealth. If we promise to fight, we will fight to the end. If we promise to protect our comrades, we will do so. The positive word you speak to each other is more than a simple gesture. It is a promise that no matter what happens, no matter how hard the battle becomes, we are here for each other. When the battle is at its height, when the blood flows and the war cries echo, remember that your words are what will hold this army together. Do not underestimate the power of what you say, because in the heat of battle, sometimes it is a single word that can save a life. Soldiers, warriors, brothers of Sparta, the battle ahead will be difficult. The enemy is prepared, but so are we. And the difference between victory and defeat will largely be what we say to each other. If we speak of courage, we will be courageous. If we speak of victory, we will achieve victory. If we keep the positive word alive in our hearts and in our voices, no enemy will be able to defeat us. Remember, the words you speak today can be the cry that leads this entire army to glory. May the positive word, the word of courage, the word of unity be on your lips as we enter the battle. For as long as there is life in our voice, there will be hope in our hearts. For Sparta, for victory through the word.